Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another edition of Overtime on RCTV. I'm John Starswick alongside my partner, David. David, how you been?
Been great. About you, John?
Been doing pretty good myself, David. Football team finally won. I'm really excited to report on that.
Let's go.
All right, let's just go ahead, David. Let's dive right into it. Coming in first for field hockey, Springford won 5-0 over Perk Valley. We don't have the graphics. We don't have the scores for their games at Pottstown and Norristown. Wasn't able to get those. Big talk, Springford 35-0, David. Absolute blowout. I really think
win, blowout.
I think they just needed a punching bag after these last 3 weeks.
They definitely deserve some respect now.
Also, and we have a very special guest sitting over in the breakdown corner who we'll get to talk to very shortly. Let's get through some of the other scores. Boys soccer lost to O&J Roberts 1-0. We don't have the stats from their Upper Perk game. They beat Upper Marion 4-0, and then they beat Phoenixville 2-1. On the girls' soccer side, they beat O&J Roberts by 1. They came home, played Pottsgrove, don't know the score from that game, and then they beat PJP 6-3. All right, heading over to the next slide.
Some great games so far.
Yeah, great games. Volleyball went to the state college tournament this weekend. We're still awaiting scoring to see how they did. Boys golf lost by 3 strokes against Perkiomen Valley, 186-183. We don't have the results from their Methacton. And finally, they had PAX yesterday. Lucas Kozak placed 7, shooting 70. That's 1 under par at Turtle Creek. Michael Grevenese tied for 4, and Colby Seislov also did that. They shot a 73. And then Alex Poth shot a 78, tying for 9th. And they had a 9-person tie there for districts. So obviously these guys won, but then 9 guys tied, and they had to decide who to send to districts. So they worked that out. They played it out. It's good. Girls golf lost to Downingtown West and then beat up on PJP. And then they lost by 2 strokes to Perkiomen Valley. Tennis won against Pottstown. We don't have the stats from Boyertown. And then yesterday, they beat Methacton in 6 sets. So all around the board, David, pretty good scores.
Yeah, I mean, Springford really, we've been having a lot of great games so far just in this fall. Speaking of the volleyball tournament, I saw Alana Bricker had 1,000 digs. absolutely insane. It seems like every year with volleyball, we saw it with basketball too. There's always a guy getting 1,000. Jacob DeWin had what is over 1,000 points?
Yeah, something crazy like that. All these guys. There's always 1,000. That's a big number you want to hit.
1-0-0.
1-0-0, baby. All right, we're going to go ahead and send it to Jacob with special guest Coach Palmer in the breakdown corner. Jacob, go ahead and take it away.
Thank you, John, and welcome to the Breakdown on RCTV. I'm Jacob Steinberg with a very special guest, Coach Palmer. Coach, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
All right, let's jump right into it. So this was the first touchdown of the game, and the focus, I think you said, was focus on the running game, but also wanted to get back to the passing game on offense, and I'm pretty sure this one was to Blake Turner.
Yeah, again, we're just trying to find easy ways to get our best players the ball. So we just have a screen called out here for Blake and kind of let him catch the ball and go to work after that. He's obviously a very good athlete, and anytime we can get our athletes in space, giving them the opportunity to make a play, we trust that they're going to do that. So it was a great athletic play by Blake. It was nice to see him get in the end zone here. Yeah,
something you've always been saying is get your playmakers the ball and just let them
make plays, man. Absolutely.
Yeah, here's a slow motion.
Offensive line getting out there blocking.
Yeah, so the first touchdown of 5 from you guys, 2 passing from Pickersgill, 3 by Hinkle, which we'll see in a little bit. Let's get to the next one. This was Hinkle, one of his 3 touchdowns. This one I'm pretty sure he almost hurdled someone, but he and Rowan Harmon kind of been splitting the carries in the backfield.
Yeah, we're lucky. We have we feel like we have a lot of guys at the running back position that can do some nice things. Hinkle, obviously being a senior for us, has done a lot of great things for us, has worked really, really hard. So it's nice to see him in this clip, but also the other ones as well, finally be able to convert some of those things into touchdowns. So I think on that one, we ran the same play a couple times in a row, and he was able to get into the end zone.
Yeah, the offensive line looked like they improved too. Here was the touchdown by Hinkle, just lowering his shoulder. And
yep, that's what we want. When we line up in that personnel, we want to be able to run the ball and be physical. So it's nice to see. Nice to see there. We get a physical kick-out block. We get our guard wrapping around, and we know sometimes in these goal line situations the running back's going to have to run over somebody, and that's what we think Hinkle's in there for. So it was good to see him get that one.
Yeah, so you guys were up 14-0 at the end of the first quarter. Were you happy with that quarter? Is there anything that you wanted to improve?
Yeah, I think, for the most part, I think we played a very clean game offensively. We did turn the ball over one time, which has been a point of emphasis for us. We've had a few too many of those in the early part of the season. But outside of the turnover, I think we played a very clean game overall. Obviously, there was mistakes here and there, but we were fairly happy, especially with the first quarter. It was nice getting a score on the first drive of the game, that's for sure.
Yeah, starting off strong. Here was the touchdown to Aiden Lennon. He's been everywhere, offensively and defensively for you guys.
No, he's been huge for us, man. This is another case of just giving our playmakers opportunities to make plays. He's not wide open there, but our quarterback pick throws it up, gives him a chance, and Aiden comes down with it and makes a play. So, we always talk about it in the coaching staff room. We can always try to scheme stuff up, but at the end of the day, we just got to give our best players the opportunity to make plays, and Aiden definitely did that one here.
Yeah, we were able to interview him after practice today, and there's a lot of guys on your team that play offense and defense, but such at a high level.
Yep. Yeah, no, and that's a difficult thing to do in high school football because there's a lot of plays, and to do that over and over with kind of limited breaks, it's really impressive. And that one specifically is a special one. So
yeah, that was an incredible catch.
Yep. Pass protection was good for the most part on Friday, and gives us opportunities to do some things like that. So
that was the second touchdown by Pickersgill throwing. He had, I believe, 202 passing yards.
Yep.
How did he look to you?
Good. He was sharp. He was efficient. He made good decisions. So the big thing we're looking for out of our quarterback position is to be decisive and make good, sound decisions. Again, with the idea that if we can just get the ball in the hands of our best players, we trust that they're going to do their thing. So his job is really to be the point guard, distribute the ball, and let those guys go. So he did a nice job.
All right, let's move on here. This was the fumble.
Okay.
Your defense played really well.
Yes, they did a very nice job.
Posting a shutout.
Yep.
And getting the turnover here. I believe Broderick was able to.
Yeah, who forces this one? All right, so Cole Broderick. Yeah, Broderick punches it out and Aiden falls on it.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Right? Yeah. So that's a great job. I know, running off the sideline, the guy that recovers the fumble gets a lot of the recognition, and rightfully so, but Cole Broderick coming in there, punching the ball out. We preach ball security so much on offense, and then vice versa on the defensive side. We're trying to create turnovers and create havoc. So it was really cool seeing him do that.
And how did you think your defense played it? I think it was by far, obviously it was a shutout, but the improvement by your defense.
Yeah, I think they did a great job. I think they were, again, very sound, very clean for the most part. We try to limit big plays a lot defensively for their offense. And I think we did that. They busted a couple big ones, and they're obviously a very talented offense that has the opportunity to make big plays. So I think we held those in check. And that's doesn't go without saying, even our kicking game, like Ryan Reedy, kicking it in the end zone every time is huge for us. Making the other team start at the 20 and make them go 80 yards. And, that's something we take pride in defensively, is if we can, make them go 80 yards, or I should say in our special teams game, make them go 80 yards, we trust our defense that they're going to be able to stop them. And they did a nice job there.
This was third quarter, up 21-0, and Braden Hinkle another one, and that would make it 28-0.
Yep. Yeah, so this is the one actually that I think we ran the same play a couple times, and just trust him to get downhill. And again, we don't want to be too fancy with it. Just give him the ball inside and give him a chance to make a play. And the O-line did a nice job there, opening up a decent hole, and he ran right through it.
And then this was his third touchdown. This one was about from 22 yards out.
Yeah, this is really nice to see from him. This is all second effort type plays. Be difficult to tackle. We always tell all the guys with the football, right? Nobody should be able to bring you down on the first tackle, right? Pride yourself, and if you get there on a defensive back, on a safety or a corner, make them tackle you. And we always tell Hinkle, right? You're a big, strong dude. Make them feel you, right? Be difficult to tackle, and he did that on Friday, which was really cool.
Yeah, the offensive line, Trent Yoder was out there blocking.
Yep, Trent did a great job blocking. It was really, really impressive.
Have you guys tried to use him in different? He's been a receiver, blocking, trying to get him on the field as much as possible.
Yeah, really. Honestly, he's just a very good football player. He's got a very unique skill set in being able to be physical. Obviously, he's a big, strong body, but he's also got a lot of athleticism to him. He can run routes, catch the ball. So that's kind of been a feeling out process for us the last couple of weeks, is how can we best utilize him, and it was nice to see him on Friday get a really good opportunity, and he did a great job in that space.
And then the last one, the Gatorade dump.
Yeah.
What was going through your mind?
I was totally shocked. I had no idea. I was like, I really didn't know what to say. Coach Rodenball was kind of talking my ear off there, trying to distract me. I was a little confused of what he was trying to tell me. But again, I'm happy for the kids, man. Just like getting to see the look on their faces there and give them the chance to experience a win, go in the locker room and kind of celebrate the victory. That's what it's all about. So it's been a tough stretch for us early in the season, but it was really cool just to see the look on their faces.
Yeah, it was a really cool moment. Yeah, of course. Anything else you want to add about this game?
No, I don't think so.
All right, that'll do it for the breakdown on RCTV. Jacob Steinberg, Coach Palmer, and we'll send it back to John.
Thank you, Jacob. Bringing it back to overtime on RCTV now. Coach Palmer had a lot of great things to say, David.
Yeah, man, he's just really fired up with this team now, and hopefully they're in the right winning direction.
Yeah, definitely. This is really promising. We saw a lot of great touchdowns. We just watched a few of them with Coach. It looks really promising for Methacton. Methacton's going to be another tough team. We took a look at the stats earlier today, and they have not lost to Methacton in over 10 years now.
Last time we lost was the year we were born, 2008.
Yeah, so for my whole life and your whole life, Springford has been beating Methacton absolutely insane.
And let's continue that win streak right now.
You can watch that on Friday. Coming out soon is Inside the Huddle, Norristown and Methacton. There's a lot of great content from that episode. We were able to get into the locker room, so that's going to be a fun one to watch. Check that out when it comes out on RCTV on YouTube. David, anything?
Nope, that's about it, Johnny.
Let's go ahead and head into some of the upcoming schedules here. Field hockey is going to be traveling over to Pottsgrove, then they're going to take it home from Methacton. Football, going to Methacton. We may be doing a special broadcast with David and Jacob, which that's going to be on demand, right? Mm-hmm. So definitely tune into that. That's coming out Saturday, Sunday, Monday. That'll come out on demand. Boys soccer is heading over to Norristown and then coming home against Cumberland. Girls soccer yesterday played Phoenixville 6-0. They played so many games that we didn't attend for the graphic to play that much. Had to include that right here. Mm-hmm. And then finally Springford Upper Perk, that's going to be at home, then traveling over to Downingtown West. And then ending things off here, volleyball is staying home in Easton. That happened yesterday. We don't have the score yet. And they're staying home against Pope John Paul, and they're going to the Mannheim Central Tournament. Girls golf is going to be staying home against Boyertown, and then they have the PAC championships at their home course. Boys golf, David, as you can see, no longer there. They're starting their districts run, so I believe we had 7 players make it to districts. So at this point, it's just a lot of practicing for them.
You were out there filming the practice yesterday, weren't
I was out there. I was filming golf packs. A lot of great guys. Good to see all around. We talked about it earlier. Lucas Kozak, all those guys. I can never shoot one under at any course. Not even the putting course.
You love golf, dude.
I love golf. Yeah, I do. Tennis is going to be traveling to Upper Perk. And finally, they have their District 1 singles. So a lot of these teams, golf, tennis, there's the sports that are outside that you can't play in the cold are starting to wind down, you know. We're heading into district season, state season, PAC season with a lot of these. So really exciting to see.
Getting towards the end of the season into the PAC playoffs now.
Yeah, definitely. Springford football is just getting out and into the PAC play. And these sports, you know, football you play in the freezing cold. It's the sport meant for snow and stuff. These sports, you know, tennis, that doesn't fare well. Golf is fun.
Fall weather.
Golf is fun in the cold, but it gets too cold at a certain point.
Golf is not good in the cold at all.
I played it on Thanksgiving. All right. Well, David, that's all I have. Anything else from you?
I think we got to wrap it up.
All right. Thanks so much for tuning in. John Starsvik, David Judish on Overtime. Until next time.